Okay, hi guys. So today we're going to be talking about LDFs. And LDFs are these interactions between two atoms. So as we know, atoms have a positive nucleus and also negative electrons that surround this nucleus, right? And so sometimes these electrons can become unevenly dispersed, so they become something called a dipole, and that kind of looks like this, where all the electrons move to one side of the atom and the positive nucleus is on the other side, and this is called, like I said, a dipole. And that's when this part where the nucleus is becomes delta positive or partially positive, and the part with the electrons becomes partially negative or delta negative. And sometimes a neutral atom, like this one, will come across a dipole, or it will just come across another neutral atom, and cause something called an induced dipole. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. As we know, the positive charges of one atom are attracted to the negative charges of another. So this nucleus here is attracted to the electron cloud of this atom, and this nucleus is attracted to the negative charge of this electron cloud. So what happens is these two atoms induce a dipole in one another, so that's why it's called induced dipole. So as the atoms kind of approach each other, you get a positive charge here, and that electron cloud is kind of pushed to the side, and kind of the same thing happens to this one. You have that positive nucleus. Let me draw that a little further away. You have that positive nucleus over here, and that electron cloud also pushed to the side, and it kind of keeps these opposite charges close together. So here we have this partial negative of this atom, the partial negative of this atom, and then the partial positives, and so that partial positive is attracted to that partial negative of the other atom, creating kind of this attraction, and that attractive force is known as the LDF, London Dispersion Force. So kind of an easy way to remember that is kind of a cliche thing, opposites attract, right? So you kind of can think about it intuitively. What are the opposite charges between these two atoms, right? That positive charge attracts the negative charge of those the other atom's electrons. So that positive charge pulls the electrons of the other atom. And so, yeah, so that's what an LDF is. It's that interaction between those partial opposite charges, that partial positive of one and the partial negative of another atom.